Hey, welcome back. And if this is your first time here, welcome, welcome. If you like this video, please hit the like button for us. Please like and subscribe, and make sure you hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss anything. We're not gonna do a bourbon review today. I know this is a bourbon channel, but like other guys I know that like bourbon and picking up subtle notes and flavors, we also like cigars. So we're gonna talk about humidors right after this. All right, we have a small box humidor here. It has a glass top. I do have cigars in it, so I'm not gonna move it around, but I am gonna put some stuff up here where you can see exactly which one I got off of Amazon. And while I'm showing these, I will tell you, these are not for everybody. These humidors are a pain in the Ashton to use. These are really for folks who like to smoke a cigar every once in a while. I may not even smoke a cigar every week. I may not even smoke a cigar every 2 weeks. Sometimes it's once a month, sometimes it's a little more frequent. Now, what they will tell you in the description of these small humidors is that they will hold X number of cigars. Don't believe that. They will technically hold that many cigars. However, every single time, until you really get it seasoned, that you open this box, you're gonna need to take all of the cigars out and retreat the inside, the wood, or it's not going to hold the 70% humidity that you need this box to be at. Now, if you're kind of like me and you just like to buy a handful of cigars every once in a while and have them on hand so that you don't have to run to the store every single time you want one, because you never know when the mood's gonna strike, right? It will keep them in perpetuity, but you have to check on it often. This is not an automatic humidor. This is a very manual process for these things. This particular one comes with a glass top. I can look in, I can see my cigars, and which does help. If you're just gonna reach in real quick and grab one, you wanna get that lid open, get it out, and close that lid back down. You're still gonna lose a little of humidity on that, but not a lot. This is a manual dial hygrometer on here. It does have a little screw thing in the back. You can set it, but when I got it, what I did was I had a digital hygrometer that I knew was accurate, and I set them side by side for 24 hours, came back and checked, and they were identical. This thing was right on where it should be. So at that point, I didn't put it in a salt water bag and all of that junk to try to set it. I trusted that it was on with the digital one beside it. This particular one is from Vapes More, which you saw on the screen, but it also came with a very nice metal cutter. Now, if you like the punch cutters, so be it, but I like the clean cut, the one that cuts the bulb off the end of the cigar. Personal preference. I just like the way they smoke when I nip the end. You can spend $3, $4, $5, even a few $1,000s on a humidor that you put the water in, it maintains the level. I mean, you plug it in, it has digital everything. It will keep your stuff perfect, and you can open the door and you can browse and you can pull and you can close, and it will bring things back up to where they need to be. This will not. This is a manual process. So what I recommend is only keeping a maximum of probably 10 cigars in here at a time, because what you want to do when you open the box, I pull all of the cigars out, pick which one I want, I take a paper towel and I get it wet and I wipe the inside down. When you first get these, the instructions will tell you to season it, to wipe the inside down with a damp paper cloth. No. Wipe it down with a soaking wet paper cloth. You're gonna wanna get a lot of water in here, and then you're gonna wanna close the lid, and within just a few minutes, that hygrometer will come up and tell you what your humidity level is, and once that sucker levels out, it ain't moving no more. So there's no waiting. You just go on ahead and you wipe it down. And I even go so far as to take the paper towel and I'll squeeze water in it and let it drip in there and then wipe it all around. That's at first, not every single time. But I get all the cigars out. You want to wipe all of the wood down on the inside. I put the center spacer way over to the left, right next to my humidifier strip, that black thing that comes with it. Now, let's talk about the propylene glycol solution. The reason you want that is because it keeps stuff from growing inside the box. Propylene glycol is what they pump through hospital vents and everything. It's what makes it smell like a hospital. It keeps stuff from growing. So when you season the box, some will tell you to use distilled water. You don't have to, right? You can just take regular old tap water to season the inside of the box. With the propylene glycol solution, it won't let stuff like bad bacteria or whatever grow. You won't get mold and mildew on your cigars. Now, if you pump the humidity level up past the green, yes, you can get mildew growing in there. You can oversaturate your cigars. You want it in that 70% range, between 65 to 75, somewhere along in there. It's not an exact science on these things. It's not digital. It's not going to hold it. Now, mine right now has dropped down to almost 60. So when we're done with this, I'm going to wipe it back down again. The other thing, you never ever run tap water in your humidifier itself. That's the little black plastic thing with a screen over it. The reason for that is calcium buildup. A lot of times you'll have extra minerals and all in your tap water, and it will clog it after a while and it'll stop working. Only use distilled water in that. So with the propylene glycol, I would suggest doing that. Some people say every other time, some people say every fourth time. I'm more of a fan of doing it more at the beginning, so that you get everything regulated inside your humidor. And then you can go to maybe once a month, once a quarter. Well, probably once a quarter. Once every 3 months, hey, use the propylene glycol humidor juice to fill up your humidifier and put it back in there. After a while of using a box like this, it will start to hold the humidity better over time. That's when the wood stops just soaking up all of the moisture, and you know, you have to season. So, pain in the Ashton to store your cigars in this, but if you're like me and you don't dip into it every day, even every week sometimes, then you can have cigars at home for $30 plus a cutter, plus whatever it costs for the little bottle of humidor juice with the propylene glycol. So if you want to go that route, do it. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. And as always, I promise I'll keep bringing you these videos.